Hi everybody, happy Friday and welcome to day 5 of our 5-day challenge, Discover How to Grow Your Summer Sales. I'm really excited that we've made it through the challenge together, and I'm really honoured that you've chosen to spend your not hard-earned time, that's the wrong word, your precious time with me. So thank you very much. It is supposed to be the hottest day on record in the UK today, so I know I've been moaning a lot about the heat, but I'll try and restrain myself today. But it is another scorcher. I hope wherever you are having good weather, and I hope that maybe you're loving it. I hope you're loving the heat wave. Okay, so what are we going to talk about today? Well, let's just have a quick recap. Day 1, we talked about your customer and any pain points that they might be experiencing right now in the summer. We thought about how your product could help with those particular pain points. Day 2, we went through all of the different kinds of promotions and you brainstormed a whole variety of different ones. Day 3, we walked through 6 questions to help you choose which one was right for you. Day 4, we talked about setting your expectations. And then day 5 today, we're going to talk about spreading the word. So hopefully what you've done is you've worked your way through, you've now got a promotion that you feel really good about, you know is going to meet your customers' needs. You've set yourself some expectations, but now we have to get the word out. So at the end of this, as I promised, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about a special offer of working with me one-to-one. But for right now, let's get started with day 5. So what am I talking about here? Well, obviously, I'm talking about your marketing plan for your promotion. The reason I wanted to talk about this was because it's really important that as a small business owner, you get into the habit of training yourself to plan your marketing up front rather than trying to do it in a reactive way. So there's 2 ways of doing things. You either sit there and go, oh my God, I really should do a promotion, right? I'm going to stick 20% off everything, right? I'm going to start sending out a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm going to just, every social media channel, I'm just going to send out loads of messages and try and really ram it down people's throats because I've suddenly decided this is something I have to do and there's a real urgency. Well, just remember that your urgency is not necessarily your customer's urgency. So what you need to do is you need to step back and you need to plan it. So the best situation is that you take the time, you work through logically what your promotional stance needs to be, and then you create your marketing around it all in one go in a planned way so that you can drop in your promotional marketing, sort of layer it on top of any existing posts that you've got planned, check that it all looks coherent, and then just let it run, get it all scheduled and let it run, rather than spending a few days just frantically posting it wherever you can. It's just a different mindset, and it just gets you into that rhythm of thinking ahead, planning ahead, and trying to do things in a more strategic way so that you're being proactive and you're not being reactive. Okay, so what are the steps for that? Well, first off, think about what is going to be your main channel. That is the one that you are going to communicate most extensively through. It may well be that Instagram is what you're most active on. So think about then all of the different elements of Instagram between the feed and stories and IGTV, and work out when is it going to make sense for you to drop in the messaging around your promotion. Think about, and then sit down and just think about everywhere that you could promote it. Think about your email signature. Think about your homepage if you're a web-based business. Think about your emails that you send out. At what point can you add on the promotion or send out a special email just about the promotion? And you want to be very careful, because typically, obviously, you give a lot of notice if you're doing something. If it's a new launch, you'd want to run teasers. But you might want to think very carefully about promotion. The reason I say this is that I'm always amazed, even with the bigger retailers, they will say, on Thursday, we're going to have 20% off everything. And what you often find when you do that, when you give them too much upfront notice of a discount, well, simply nobody buys until that discount is live. So customers will just simply sit there and go, okay, it's 20% off in 4 days. Well, I'm not going to buy anything for right now. So you might want to do some type of teaser. You know, I've got a special announcement, or I'm going to tell you about a special offer that I'm running, but I wouldn't be too explicit too far up front. What you really want to do in this particular case is you want to load your communications for a launch time. So live now, 20% off, live now. Again, you know, competitions are slightly different. Anything where you're not offering a discount, like a competition or a giveaway, you can give it a longer lead time, a longer run up, tell them that you're going to be launching a competition. But anything where you're actually giving money off, you really don't want to prime the customer. You want it to be something that they see and they think, okay, right, I've got a certain amount of time to action this. So the worst kind of discount, just to say as well, that you can give away is when the customer is going to buy anyway and then you just give them money off. So you really want this to be a call to action to get people who maybe wouldn't have otherwise thought to come. So that is it pretty much. What you do, I'm about to send out the email which will have today's task on it. Today's task is going to be to sit down and go through, brainstorm all of your different marketing channels and to map out exactly which days you are going to be promoting. So think about your promotional message. You definitely want to go in hard with your launch message so that people are aware it's live now, and you definitely want to give some kind of sense of urgency for the final day. If it's a short time period, if you're just doing like a 24 hours, then you know you can really go to town with your messaging for that short time period. But again, get it planned out, get it mapped out from when you're going to start it to your end date, all of your different channels. Have a think about when you're going to be pushing these messages out. Think about how you want to get the feel and the look of the messaging consistent across the different platforms as well. So if you're going to use a certain image to promote it on Instagram, then you might want that image to be what's also on your homepage. So again, think about making it a coherent campaign, getting it planned up front and getting it pushed out so that you can calmly launch your promotion rather than trying to launch the promotion and then at the same time quickly push out a whole bunch of messaging. It also means you can just simply bulk create a lot of your social media graphics if that's what you're going to be using, and you can just get them all done at the same time, map out where they're going to go, and then if you're using a scheduler for your social media, which I do highly recommend, then you can just get them all scheduled up now, today, and then it's just done and it will just run neatly. Okay, that's it. I can't wait to hear how it goes. Please come into the group. Tell us which promotion you've chosen, what your plans are for marketing it. Tell me how you found the challenge. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. I'd love to hear your feedback. I hope you've all found this really useful. Okay, just before I go, then if you've enjoyed this challenge, if you've enjoyed these videos and you would like to have some of my one-to-one attention, or 1 to 2 if there's more than one of you, then I would love it if you would sign up for a one-to-one session with me. So the way that these work is they're completely tailored to your needs. You have an hour and a half of my time. We do it online, which means that you get a video recording, you don't have to make notes, and you will also get a written follow-up afterwards. So we'll go through, I will ask you questions before we start so we can jump right in talking about your business. I'll have done some research and background on your business, to have a look at it, had a look at you know, your different social media channels and anything that you've got online. And then we will talk through where you are right now. If you've got any big burning questions in your business, we'll talk through those in a bit more detail. And then as we talk through it, what we'll do is we'll come up with, okay, what do you need to focus on right now? What do you need to focus on in the medium term? And what do you need to focus on in the long term? So it's really tailored to you, and it is designed for you to be able to work with me and to be able to get some tailored answers. So I will be putting the link to this in the comments of this video, and thank you so much for watching, and it's great to be here with you. Enjoy your weekend. Bye bye.